Hi everybody, Andrew Rafael, President of Aintree Wealth Advisors, and we've been fielding a lot of phone calls this summer from those of you that are getting really close to retirement and due to COVID-19 have either been laid off, furloughed, or sent to early retirement well before you were planning on it. So today what we want to do is break down some of the things that you can do if you were laid off and you're real close to retirement. We also have this 10-step guide, so everything I'm going to talk about, you'll have the ability to download it as well. So first and foremost, it's keep calm. I know it's an emotional time if you've been let go. Everyone's going through it. And even your boss who had to let you go, they're feeling it too. So just know we're all in the same boat. Secondly is you want to really focus on a budget. Many times when we're working and we have good income coming in, we just spend and we don't know where it's going. So it's a great time to actually look at your expenses, both your fixed expenses and then your variable expenses. Now, a lot of us aren't traveling as much. We're not spending as much. We're not going out as much. We're not going to the mall. So that's very helpful. But you want to understand what those expenses are. In the notes below, you'll actually have the ability to download one of our expense trackers to help you on your way. Number 3 is do an inventory of all your assets. Everything that you have, from checking, savings, your emergency money, to your retirement money, 401ks, Roth IRAs, brokerage accounts, cash value life insurance. It's a good time to take a true assessment of things, not only because you may need to start drawing income, but also to just make sure that your plan, if it got derailed a little earlier than you thought, that maybe we can get it back on track. Then we want to understand the unemployment benefits. So, there's a lot of complexities to this. By the time of this video, there could be changes to it. So for the last few months, we've been getting on the unemployment side a lot more than normal. So it's something that you may qualify for, even if you're okay with going into retirement. You want to make sure that you maximize it because you've been paying in, your company's been paying in. So you want to make sure that if you do qualify, that you get that true benefit. Very important, health insurance. So this is one of the most critical pieces, and many of us are working until age 65 just to get that medical coverage. So if you separate or get laid off and prior to age 65, then you're going to have to look at a couple of things. One is either COBRA, and depending upon circumstances, COBRA can be 18 months to 36 months. But the problem there is that you've got to pay the entire cost of your health insurance versus the employer helping to pay some of that. Now, due to COVID, there were some parameters built in, there's special timelines that allows you to also potentially go out to the exchange with a little bit more time on your side. So that's just something you want to do the research on. And then lastly, if you are over 65, you want to really understand Medicare and what type of plan that you would qualify to go on. If you have this situation where you are laid off and you're 65 or older, there is a time frame where you don't have any pre-existing conditions, so you can look at a supplemental plan or advantage plan. So important there, we can actually help you understand what those options are. So important health insurance because it could eat up a lot of your savings, and you want to just make sure that you're protected from all these what ifs. Also important, Social Security benefit statements. So you're getting close to retirement. What you want to do is go on to the Social Security website. You want to be able to, if you haven't created your own user ID and password, you want to go on there and make sure that you know what your benefit is. And then that way you can run an assessment. Should you take it now? Should you wait a little bit? A lot of times we try for our clients because we fully believe Social Security is a great long-term vehicle to help keep up with inflation, and it's just a guaranteed income stream. If we can maximize, at least if husband and wife or partners, if we can maximize the higher earner for as long as possible because of the fact that there's an 8% increase until age 70 in your potential benefit. And there's a cost of living adjustment that once you turn it on can help keep up with down the road inflation. So Social Security benefit statement, very, very important. The other things too, just consider, do you want to go back to work? Maybe having a plan and looking at things and fiscally saying through Social Security, and if you have potentially a pension and other income that you can draw from your investments, you may say, I don't need to work. But many of us want to work. So just because right now we're all in this situation with COVID that it looks bleak, the job market will continue at some point to rebound. And that's something that you want to make sure you keep your resume up to speed, you keep your network, keep the people that you know that can get you back in the workforce. Because many of us, we socially and mentally just need to work. and it's not something where maybe you have to work 60-hour weeks. Maybe it's something you do part-time. We've got a great book that one of my clients that is a retirement coach and we wrote called The Heartful Retirement, that goes through the journey to retirement on both the financial, but more importantly, the emotional side. So in the notes right below, if you want a copy of the book, just fill out the form and we'll get you out a copy of The Heartful Retirement. So hope this was helpful. Just stay focused.